We got some phenomenal football that's going to take place tonight. If you haven't seen the show that I just dropped, talking about Jackson State versus ULM, make sure you get over there and check that out as well. This other game that we're going to talk about today is going to be the Colorado versus North Dakota State game. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Funny thing is, when Coach Prime was at Jackson State, there were fans around the country that wanted to see Jackson State play against North Dakota State in a game. Unfortunately, that game was not scheduled. They couldn't get, the two worlds to come together, collide, so that we could see a game of this magnitude take place. But now you got the AD over at University of Colorado that has set this thing up for Colorado to have to play North Dakota State. And guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, this thing here gonna be wild, because right now they got Colorado as a double-digit favorite in this game. I think like 9.5, 10-point, favorite. So we're gonna see exactly what Colorado is gonna do. Me personally, I kind of feel like with Coach Prime, with all the talent that he got coming into the program, they should boat race North Dakota State in this game. But you know what? You'll be a fool to think that, because I'm going to tell you right now, North Dakota State got a little bit more over there than what you anticipating. So, y'all get ready. But before any of you Buff fans get to screaming about, oh, here we go, we got a hater in the house, we hating already, zip it. Ain't nobody hating on y'all. I'm just simply stating that I want you to understand that North Dakota State is no slouch. You need to pay close attention to what they have going on over there. And it's not just about Coach Prime, and anybody else out there that's got a football team that's daggone coming out here coaching college football. Don't matter, because Coach Prime is on the sideline. Everything going to be all right. And we're going to get these games. We're going to win. We're going to take it. We're going to take over the world, Craig. We're going to take over the world. That's what they telling folks right now. But you know what? This is another episode of Blow the Whistle with your host, Coach Walker. And this is on the Tomorrow Leader Sports Network platform. So I want all of you to make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend of a friend to tap in. Come on in. Y'all know the routine. Ain't nothing changed, just another day. But today we talking about football. We talking about Colorado Buffaloes get ready to play some football. We can kind of put aside all of the muck and chaos that's been going on out here when it comes to the Buffs and the football program. I mean, you got who is that? The journalist that gets banned, and you got the alleged burning of the car and whatnot that's going on. I'm like, man, are you crazy? We burning up inside the cars? And I'm like, what are we doing out here? You got Shador with the Nike NIL deal, the first guy to get an NIL deal with Nike. Boy, I'm gonna tell you. Salute to that young man right there, for real. But all Coach gonna say is this: sometimes you gotta watch the chessboard. And when I tell you Coach Prime is playing chess, not checkers, y'all gonna wake up and see it. I'm not going to give y'all that right now. I want to save it. I just want y'all to save the day and time when you saw me tell y'all this man is playing chess, not checkers. And trust me, he's going to win. It ain't going to be Colorado. He's going to win. Watch what I tell you. He told you he's a winner in life. He about to set this thing on fire. Y'all going to find out. But check this out. All I'm saying is, hey, make sure you got your drinks, your coffee, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, your whatever it is to make you feel good, make you feel comfortable and cool, where y'all can sit back and watch another phenomenal show. Coach is being silly right now because, hey, we all got to laugh, dog, because it's too much chaos going on right now. I mean, I know many of you out there tell, man, why everybody got to talk so negative about Deion Sanders and the Colorado football program. The reason why folks are on Colorado's head the way that they are is because Coach Prime always does what? Keep this microphone right here in his face, always talking. So when you do a lot of talking, yeah, you're going to be the guy that people are going to talk about because you're giving them talking points. It's not because you so hot that, people got, they got to cool you off. It ain't that. It ain't none of that. It's the fact that you're giving people bulletin points to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Especially the article that came out with the alleged Oregon scandal. I'm like, this thing is just getting off the... Hey, listen, the train went off the rails. I'm just going to say that right now. The train is off the freaking rails. And this thing is going to be wild. But tonight will kind of calm some of all of the talking down. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Colorado fans, I know y'all out there like, hey, Coach, we going to bust them folks in the mouth. I hear you. But I want y'all to understand one thing. North Dakota State has produced some pretty damn good players out there that are currently playing or previously played in the NFL. I mean, you got Carson Wentz, Christian Watson, Cordell Volson, Cody Moch, and then, of course, you got Trey Lance. Now, Cordell Volson and Cody Moch, I'll tell you right now, those are offensive linemen. They produce offensive linemen. And one thing for certain, two things for sure. Their offensive line is going to show y'all exactly how it's supposed to get down in this game. Now, Coach Warren Sapp has been out there working with the defensive front, getting them ready, prepared to, to just give give North Dakota State the business. So we're going to see exactly what's going to happen down in them trenches. But I'm going to tell you this. Another thing I got to tell you about North Dakota State as well is that their coaches, they have coaches that have moved on to go coach in Power 5 programs. Not only that, but you got coaches that left the program, that was with the program when they were winning, looking at how everything is structured, the way that they go about doing business day in and day out, that come back to the program and continue to keep that program moving forward. Hey, they're not one of those winning programs in the FCS for nothing. I'm just going to be honest with you. They definitely understand how to get the job done. But keep in mind one thing. Colorado is a 10-point favorite in this game. Now, what's at stake here? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of folks that's going to talk a little smack about Colorado if they don't boat race daggone North Dakota State in this game because they have all of the talent on the field from the transfer portal. Yes, they have all of the talent from the transfer portal. Hey, listen, them guys better come in there tonight ready to get off because there's going to be some folks that's going to be watching this game very closely. And if y'all don't beat this team by at least 21 points, they're going to be talking about what in the heck is going on over there in Colorado. I'm just going to be honest with you. Regardless if you want to believe it or not, if you want to hear it, it is what it is. Now, I give Coach Prime his props. He put his trust in a true freshman at the offensive line position. This is going to be the second true freshman that we're going to see start. I'm saying Travis Hunter was the first. Coach Prime will start a true freshman in Jordan Seaton on the offensive line. Now, you got Tyler Brown as well as some other, and Cardell Thomas, who's coming over from, Tyler Brown's coming over from Jackson State. Cardell Thomas is coming from FAMU, transferring over from FAMU. Now, you got three offensive linemen up there that should definitely be able to get some things shaken for the Buffs in this game. Not only that, but again, everybody's going to be looking at exactly how they're going to stand up against Big 12 play. Today's game is just really a dress rehearsal for everyone to get a understanding of what exactly Coach Prime has out there on the field because there's been so much chatter about the athletes that are coming into the program. This game is definitely going to come down to the playmakers at the quarterback position. This game is going to come down to the playmakers at the quarterback position. Colorado Buffaloes quarterback Shedeur Sanders and North Dakota State quarterback Cam Miller, who definitely, both of these young men can get after it out there on the field. The one thing about Shedeur Sanders that's different from Cam Miller is the fact that Cam Miller will pull that ball down and take off. Cam Miller does not have a problem with running the ball. Last season, that young man, I believe he scored 13 rushing touchdowns along with the passing touchdowns that he had last season. Not only that, but they may have a package or two out there that you might see some Taysom Hill type offensive plays being ran that's going to shock Colorado, getting them off balance as far as trying to find out what's going on. Now, the Buffs with the change of the offensive lineman, and they brought in some new running back. You got Ohio State Ohio State transfer, Arkansas transfer that's coming into the program, in which that's Dalen Hayden and Isaiah Auguste, who's looking to get that Buffs rushing game intact because last season the Buffs averaged 2.3 yards per carry last season rushing the ball. Now, one thing I like to see is this. Shedeur Sanders in his second year at Jackson State, when he had a running game, he was able to get out there and still throw that ball for over 3,000 yards. Crazy thing is, it kept the sacks down. That's what you want to see happen in this game. You want to see those sacks get kept very low for the season. Not only the game, for the season. Now, I'm going to be real. I'm going to say something that's going to irritate y'all, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I do see Shedeur Sanders getting sacked twice in this game. I'm going to tell you that right now. Shedeur Sanders is going to get sacked twice in this game. Hey, leave your comments down below. Give me the over-under on how many times you think Shedeur Sanders will get sacked in this game. Do you think he's going to be able to stand back there in that pocket and be clean? I'm just being real with you guys because I want y'all to understand one thing. North Dakota State has playmakers on the defense at each level. Defensive line, linebacker, and defensive backs. Y'all get ready to see exactly how this thing going to take off because Shedeur Sanders have his playmakers as well, as far as with throwing the passes to Will Shepard, Travis Hunter, LaJohntay Webster, and Jimmy Horn. Those receivers are going to have opportunity to catch passes that he's going to throw to them out there on the field. Now, the only thing I have to say is this. The trenches, again, on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, is going to have to make sure they do their job. But the million-dollar question is this. Will Shiloh Sanders play in this game with the alleged shoulder injury that we've been talking about since, what, May? I mean, there's a lot of different stories that are starting to come out now about that shoulder injury. I'll wait till those drop before I say anything about it. But yes, there's some other stories that's coming out about that shoulder injury that, I'm sure, again, folks are going to say, oh, journalists don't know what the hell they're talking about. There's fake news. They're making up stuff. Listen, dude, listen, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Everything ain't fake news. And when you got to say something that's fake news, it make me wonder if what's really going on is really that thing. But I do wonder how many snaps Travis Hunter is going to play for the season. Last season, I believe he played 1,007 snaps. He played, was it 500 and something something on offense, like 562, 400 and something on defense. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 on special teams, some crazy number like that on special teams. But I do recall that it was 1,007 total snaps that Travis Hunter played last season. I'm wondering how his body's going to hold up as the season wanes on, him playing so many snaps out there on the field. Now, North Dakota State ability to win in the trenches will be key in winning this game. On the defensive side, they got playmakers on their team that will cause problems against Colorado's offensive line. Now, Cam Miller, like I stated before, dual threat quarterback. Like I say, you got 2 offensive linemen that's coming back. I believe both of them are they some dogs, man. They get out there, they block till the whistle blows. They got Gray Zabel and Mason Miller at the offensive line position. They got a fullback that will smack you in your mouth. Hunter Brozio, he don't have no problem with coming downhill and cracking your behind. So trust me, they're gonna run some power offense against this Colorado's defense to see exactly who gonna man up and get this work. Now, Colorado offensive defensive line, they can't afford to play what I call stalemate football. When you what I call stalemate football, when you engage with the lineman and you just standing there. It's like you dancing with them. You dancing with them. Ain't nobody driving forward or getting driven backwards. They just like this here. And then what normally happens with that is that you get an offensive lineman or defensive lineman where they beat you to the gap. And when that play comes gap side where you're supposed to be protecting that gap to allow that running back to run through, guess what? Your play is blown up. This is where you're going to see the fundamentals of North Dakota State get off in this game on both sides of the ball. Like I stated before, Colorado would definitely have true talent out there on the field playing against this team. But North Dakota State is going to show you what happens when hard work outworks talent. I'm just going to be real with you. You're going to see a lot of change. You're going to see a lot of changes going to take place real early. You're going to see folks, you're going to see where it comes down to front. Ain't going to be no stunting going on. Everybody's going to be vanilla as far as what's happening. These offensive linemen and defensive linemen on both sides of the ball for both teams, y'all going to come out there and make this thing happen. But I'll tell you this. Let me tell you about the North Dakota State defensive linemen that will look to leave it all out there on the field, because a lot of these guys, this is their last shot at it, and they're playing an FBS team. And another thing, I want y'all to understand something as well. Colorado has lost to an FCS team in the past. I think it's like 2 other times they lost to an FCS team. So don't get it twisted like Colorado just can't be beat in this game. I'm just going to be real with you. But in them trenches, you got Dalen Hendricks, Will and Eli Mostart. Them 2 cats, they're going to get after it. Now, in the linebacker position, you got Logan Kopp, who had 85 tackles last season by himself. Now, you got a defensive back there that's going to come up and crack your head as well. So I'm just simply saying to you guys, they have athletes that's out there on the field. So what coach going to do is, I'm going to hang back. I'm going to watch this game, and I'm going to give my straight-up assessment as far as what I saw, regardless win, lose, or draw. Because we're going to talk about some football. All this popularity crap, I don't care about the popularity. I don't care nothing about popularity. Popularity don't win no games when it comes down to getting, when it comes down to X's and O's and getting in them trenches. It doesn't win games. So at the end of the day, if Colorado don't come out there and lay hands and baptize these boys in this game, it's going to be some serious problems come this season. Because guess what? Now everybody got tape on exactly how your linemen move. And unfortunately, if we got bad tendencies, somebody draw is going to get kicked in, and there's no need for you to get upset about it. Just understand what's going on. All we talking about is ball over here. Like I said, coach ain't over here trying to hate on nobody. I want to see what these kids going to do. Because, like I stated before, I'm rooting for everybody to do well. But one thing for certain, 2 things for sure is this. We ain't going to sit here and deal with the foolery. We're going to call it how we see it like we normally do. A lot of you guys have left comments before with when I did the commentary about the CBS issue. Heck, matter of fact, YouTube shadow banned the damn video. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. But it's cool though. Because guess what? It ain't gonna stop you from talking about it. It might irritate you, but it ain't gonna stop you from talking about it. We're gonna keep this thing straight up. We're gonna keep it all about ball, and we're gonna keep it pushing. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get up all out this thing. This is another episode of Blow the Whistle with your host, Coach Walker. But until next time, y'all know what to do. Be the one and lead.